Waters, 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee, 37219, or simply email to me at hugh@southernwoodsandwaters.com. And before we get started, I want you to I want to let everybody know, check out southernwoodsandwaters.com. As of last night, we have released our new website with our new logo. We got a new look coming on. A lot of new things coming down the road. We've got t-shirts for Southern Woods and Waters and hats that we're going to be selling very, very shortly. We're waiting on the first shipment to come in. It'll probably be here around the, I'd say the 6th or 7th of November. But I want to give a special shout out to Joe Hobbenrich with Secret Weapon Lures. Joe has been instrumental in helping, and mainly he's done most of the work, I gotta admit, to help get this going, and I really do appreciate it, Joe. And not a nicer guy out there. If you want a really good spinnerbait, hey, Secret Weapon Lures makes a good one. And we wrote up a nice article about his Killer Buzz. You need to check that out if you're going to Chickamauga or Guntersville. That is still slaying them out there on that lake. So give them a shot. Check out our new Facebook page also for Southern Woods and Waters. You're going to like what you see. We're even blogging now, so be ready for that. We're going to give you the latest and greatest. We're even going to get Chris to blog for us. Let us know what's going on Center Hill. So just for your info, check out southernwoodsandwaters.com. Brand new, just released last night. All right, Chris, I want to talk to them now about the snow spin. Now I want to show them this one first, okay? Can we show them this one first? This is the one that we have shown before. And I'll give you the great background here that we can see, but we've seen this one before. Now, what most people might not recognize is you've done a little whittling on it.
I've added a skirt to it.
Yes, you have.
And made it more bulkier, breathe coming through the water, whatever, but I like it.
Oh, I'm telling you, it produces, doesn't it?
I like it. It works. I got to catch them on it last year pretty good, and I didn't tell nobody.
I know.
And I've got some colors here that nobody's got, or they can get, but they're not getting them right now.
They're not getting them right now. Now, Chris, let me ask you one thing. What kind of technique are you using on this type of bait so we can let our audience know?
Well, this bait right here, the bite hasn't really picked up on it yet. The water needs to get colder.
Okay. Now, what are you talking about colder? I mean, what does it need to be? 50
to 55 degrees.
Okay.
Right now we're at 69 to 70 degrees on Center Hill.
Right.
So we're still in that stage. But, you know, if the fish come up busted minnows or whatever and you've got one of those things tied on, I'm throwing it over there.
Right. Yeah, it's hang on time.
It looks just like a little threadfin shad.
But now when the water temp gets to 55 and below, to 50, what's your technique then? Are you hitting bluffs or?
I'll hit bluffs periodically throughout the day, but it's all weather related. Okay. If I've got a good north wind, a northwest wind, a south wind, even if it's blowing on the right banks. Okay. I'm talking gravel, changeover banks.
Where gravel goes into rock or gravel goes into slate.
And
that's
then
what you're looking for?
Offs.
Okay.
Then big smallmouth, big Kentuckys and big largemouth. They all move up. They'll bite a crankbait too.
They love those transitions, don't they?
They love a transition. And
now, how are you retrieving it? When you're pitching out there, are you going really close to the bank with it?
How I fish that thing, I parallel the bank with it, just like I would a crankbait, a Bandit 200, a Bandit 300, or whatever little crankbait that you prefer to throw.
Now, Chris, I know you because you do a lot of tournament fishing, so you don't have just a whole lot of time to waste.
Yeah.
Do you get up there and you and your partner's fishing out the back, you're fishing out the front? Do you do it in like 5-foot increments till you find out where the fish are?
Just knowing the lake so well, we have certain areas that we're going to fish once or twice, maybe 3 or 4 times a day.
So it would pay me to put a tracking device on you.
Yeah, it probably would do that. But, you know, if the wind's hitting it right and the weather's right, we know if we go up there and we throw that thing or something similar to that, we're gonna have a good chance of catching some good fish on it.
Now you like windy banks.
I love windy banks. Wind gets the plankton stirred up. The minnows move up.
Feeding.
Then here come the bass.
Okay.
The crawls are more active when the wind's blowing. It blows them out of the mud. Then them big smallmouth, they'd come up there and they devour on them.
Okay, let's go to our next one now. Now, which one you want me to show next?
This is one, yeah.
Now, this is one, we've shown this one before too. Now, this is a great bait, day or night.
Day or night. Mm-hmm.
Day or night. Mm-hmm. Now, you can helicopter this one up against bluffs. Mm-hmm. You can pull it down points, those long points, or even drop-offs.
Yeah, I like fishing it at night, just dragging it like a big worm.
Right.
And maybe reel it fast 3 times and let it fall, and just give it some action.
You're giving it some action.
Yeah.
And when you stop it, that's when this skirt really comes into play. It kind of flares
out.
Yeah.
And when you stop it, they'll
hammer.
They'll hammer it.
Now we used this thing when we went with Bobby Gentry to Dale Hollow, and very instrumental in catching some nice smallmouth up there. So
I guess the cat's out of the bag, so we might as well just go on and announce it. But that thing right there, especially November, December, when the fish are schooling up under the big schools of shad.
Right.
A lot of people are jigging spoons and throwing drop shots and things like that.
Right.
Not me. I'm throwing that thing. I'm jigging it up off the bottom.
That's where the big girls are.
I mean, you just jig it up off the bottom. It just helicopters back down. But sometimes I'll take the Colorado off and I'll put a willow leaf like this one right here.
Yeah, I want to show them that one too.
Like this one.
Yeah, let's see that one. I want to show them. Now, I also want to show them something else about this one, but this has got the willow leaf, as you can see. That is a nice looking bait. But there's an added extra. This is what we've been talking to everybody about that Buster has helped you with, and it is, ladies, let's show this. That is the swim. Now it's upside down. I've got it upside down, but that's the swim bait that goes on it.
It's 3-inch swim bait.
And that is perfect.
It's perfect size for that jig.
I mean, it gives it just the right action. The skirt's going to flare. The spinner doesn't come into contact with the tail, and so it doesn't affect the spinner spinning at all.
Sure don't.
Okay. Robert Haley, I see the phones lighting up, buddy, that you need to get them on order there, brother. But this is white, and you got all kinds of colors. Now, I want to tell everybody, we're just showing a couple of colors here, but you got tons of colors.
I've got about any color that people want.
Well, you and I designed a bluegill. We designed a sunpurse. We even designed a pumpkin seed.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is it now. Now, this one is red. And that's a Center Hill color.
Yeah, red is a Center Hill color. That's probably my favorite nighttime color.
Is that red. There. That's right.
Yeah, it's red and black, red blade. But as we come from winter time to early spring.
Yeah, I want to show them that one too.
The fish really start feeding up on crawfish.
Yes.
I mean, during the full moon phases and things like that, we'll have the crawfish hatch. That's when I'll go with this one right here. Not necessarily that color, but just the overall shape of the
Now this is a ½ ounce, right?
No, sir. That is a 3/4 right there.
This is a 3/4. Okay, 3/4 ounce. You got a big Colorado blade on the bottom.
Big thumping Colorado on it.
And that really makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. It really does.
And you and I have even discussed, Chris, that even if you get a short strike, sometimes you can just change the blade.
Yeah.
And it makes all the difference in the world.
Yep.
Now, I want to say that he also uses this jig right here, but he also puts a willow leaf on it.
I can put a willow leaf on it.
And helps it come through the grass so much smoother. And so it makes the flash in the grass, and that really can trigger some bites.
And when I got to making these things, this is one thing I thought of too. All you guys that like to go down to fish below the dams, Chickamauga Dam,
yeah,
Nickajack Dam,
yeah,
Wheeler, Pickwick,
right.
A jig and a swim bait and a spinner bait nearly wins every tournament.
That's right.
Below those dams. So what do you got here? You got a jig, you got a swim bait, and you got a spinner bait. All in one.
They're fishing
and it
for
looks
second
like
place.
It looks like one of the big gizzard shads coming through the water.
It does, doesn't it?
And you know, the All-American this year, BFL All-American, was won below Chickamauga Dam.
Yep.
On a jig. Well, I guarantee you, he throw the swim bait and a spinner bait too until he found those fish on a jig. But if he'd had something like that, he might have won it too on something like that. But I kept those guys in mind when I made that too. So any of you guys are going to make a trip to Wheeler, Pickwick, or Chickamauga anytime soon, give old Chris a call. We'll hook you up.
That's right. That is an awesome bait. We're gonna be throwing that a lot, I can tell, this year. I want to also say, look, now we've talked about the snow spin, and this one here, this is one we debuted earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. This has got that chartreuse citrus shad. Mm-hmm. So this is great. White chartreuse, got a chartreuse spinner, Colorado blade. But look, I wanted to show his new logo, y'all. Look at that snow spin. You can see this in the stores now. That's going to be awesome. It's got a great deal on it. It's tells you on the back here what it is, whether it's a 3/8 ounce or a half inch, quarter ounce, everything, what it does. But this is a great package that you got them in here, Chris. And
this is probably one of my.
Yes.
This is.
Let me show it over here.
This is my meal ticket right here. This may be my ticket to stardom on this one.
I tell you what, this is a beautiful bait. Now talk to me about this. I
call it sexy spin. Everybody's got sexy shad, sexy this, sexy that, but I call that one sexy spin.
This is a great one, brother.
And I want to thank my friend Buster for designing that and pull that skirt back.
We got to pull this skirt back, ladies,
and show them that.
We're going to look up this one's skirt, okay? So even the little plastic body here has blue, chartreuse, and a little bit of white in it.
Mm-hmm. It's a perfect sexy shad color.
It sure is. It sure is.
And notice the tail, how we put the body on. We wanted it to go side to side like this instead of up and down.
It does. It goes side to side instead of doing this number.
That's right.
And that's the way a fish travels. It goes side to side.
It shimmies like that through the water.
Great bait. Man, I tell you what, you can catch crappie, largemouth, smallmouth, spot,
I've caught some monster crappie on that thing at Timms Ford Lake.
And Joy loves to catch crappie now. She would be throwing this all the time.
And never fear, Timms Ford people, I do have the one that everybody wants for Timms Ford. And
are we going to show it?
Yeah, the cat got out of the bag and I went ahead and made it.
We're going to show what's kicking on Timms Ford.
We've got to show this.
All right, let me see right here. Oh yeah, this is it.
That is called motor oil red. I just call it